The plan is something that I think there's two parts to it. I think it's important to acknowledge that Tua is in the midst of a contract negotiation. That's important to him and the football team. That being said, we communicate very well, and it's very fluid. We're taking it day by day today. I expect it to be kind of like OTAs, and we'll move on from there. Well, I think I'm very proud of the team this offseason. There's been a lot of things that we've matured in how we go about our business, and one thing about being in the National Football League is there's stuff that goes on that you can't control. I think from the start, people try not to make a distraction and emphasize their work. That it's just an opportunity that, in a different way, is the same challenge that you're presented with during the entire course of the year. I'm not gonna forecast how long anything looks a certain way or whatever. We'll adjust however we see fit to make sure that we're appropriately positioning our players for success, and all of those things are a distraction if you allow them to be. Myself, I have open conversations about that stuff and to the team, and to understand that we're all not robots. You have to consciously make sure that you're worried about the right stuff. I think our team is really excited about practicing against each other, and making today matter, and building on having something to build on for tomorrow. So I have no concerns about distractions, and we together make sure that we do whatever we can to put our best foot forward, really. Well, I guess surprise in that I wasn't forecasting it, but you talk to him and you understand completely and support a teammate that way. And I think the professional athletes put a lot on the line, and I think it's important to recognize that I'm happy when people make decisions to play or not play, when it's their own decision that they're satisfied with. I'm happy that he's at a place where he can move on for a reason of spending time with his family, and I'm proud of him that he at least took it, or he took the regard of his teammates to really put himself there, and he didn't want to represent himself in any other way than Shaq Barrett, and I know his family is happy to have him around, and I know he's got a lot of teammates that really support him and love him. Yeah, I'm a stickler for the no timelines, not just to annoy you guys. That was a little too aggressive of a laugh there, but because the only thing that I can offer someone in the physical rehabilitation standpoint is to not make them worse and chase an arbitrary expectation, and to actually listen to their bodies so we can proactively prevent reoccurring injuries. So that really is where I'm at with it. I hold my cards to my vest to those individual, I make sure that they don't think I'm assuming they're going to be around for anything. You can't do that, because I don't, I just have too much regard for their process. And fortunately, it's a little easier process with guys like we have that are going through our training department, because we know they want to be on the field as soon as possible. We know that.
Oh, sorry.
Not even close to done. Just kidding. we know they want to be as fast as possible. So our training staff does a great job of making sure people aren't shortchanging their opportunities on this team to prematurely get back on the field. Yeah, he hasn't. If he were to express that to me, I'd probably be like, "What, dude? You're just a competitor, trying to." In his mind, in my opinion, we win a lot of games when he reaches whatever numbers is the way he looked at it. And now, as he evolves as a man, it's cool to hear that that's his viewpoint on it. I know that he's a supreme competitor and uses a lot of different motivation tools, and it's a win for the Dolphins that people are finding different ways to try in their own mind to improve themselves as human beings. And if, as a leader, that's a powerful statement, regardless of whether, I promise you, his teammates aren't worried about that, but that's a cool thing to come from a leader. No, I think things like that, that's Jordan Poyer's here because of the player he is and the leader he is. And I think he recognizes the leadership opportunity that he has here. And, I'm very open and upfront and aggressive with, to me, what I see realities. Realities are the past doesn't predict the future. So, but it is for Jordan Poyer to, talk to his teammates, whether that's directly and, saying the same thing that he's told all of them in the media. I think it's important to understand where things come from. To understand that when you don't win football games down the stretch, when you don't win playoff games, when you don't win Super Bowls, those things, I don't know what it will look like, but it will be said, okay? Much like, let's say we won the Super Bowl last year, and you guys were saying, and Jordan Poyer was saying, we are the toughest team in America, okay? The challenge is understanding what is and actually doing something about it today. So to me, it doesn't surprise me. I think we're in a business where it's very cut and dry. You're either finding reasons for success or reasons for failure, and there's nothing in between. And the main focus, I talk about all that because it's really not a big deal. What is a big deal today? And anything under that umbrella that you have a problem with, solve it today, and then do it the next day and do it the next day. So we have that opportunity to finish practice today. If we want to finish the season right, let's step out on that field and finish today, and then you do that and you build on that the next day. No, I think he's working his way back. It's so important that with him coming to this team and this offense, that he's able to focus on the timing and execution of how he plays the position. If he's compromised in any regard to do that, then the challenge becomes cerebral. Okay, it's, to me, he won't be practicing today. When is he going to practice? I don't know. The longer that is, it just means how much more you have to be detailed and you can't miss. How much more you have to be on it, the shorter that time gets. But the key is to understand. Yeah, okay. I can promise you, I'm at a better place with it than he is. He's a competitor. He wants to be out there, and we we also have to have long vision, get your body right while mastering what we do, being a part of the team so that you can hit the ground running when you're out there. And that's all I'm concerned about, is he takes advantage of an opportunity that you do have if you aren't playing. Everything's an opportunity cost. He has more time to study. I think it's important for me as the head coach and my connection with the players and what my bottom line job is to maximize their abilities, that I know where my place is in my relationship with him. I'm not involved in those things. My job is to focus on him getting better solely. I think in terms of hedging, I know as an organization, we've prioritized it by entering in negotiations a long time ago, whenever that started. That's that by doing that, and I think it speaks to kind of how important it is. Both sides, they're relentlessly working on it. Great things take time. I don't think the one thing that's come about this whole process is I am very, very confident in my relationship with Tua and how he can separate the business entity from, that ultimately he knows any way you cut it, our focus has to be on what it looks like when he's playing football. And so I wouldn't hedge a bet that he would come to me with that conversation, but I'll play out your scenario. It's good. I get concerned with things like that when we're supremely down in numbers, because I'm not settling roster battles, in a basement with magnets. And so like the opportunity in each position group when someone's not practicing, that's what I'm focused on. Now, when the numbers get dwindled and there are, especially at the stack backer position, there's some great competition. If you want to tell me the final depth chart of that position, let me know, because I have no clue. So guys being able to be out on the field, and as long as we have enough guys that we can fully give dudes good opportunities to set where they're at on the depth chart, then I'm good to go. I feel like you're asking me to predict the weather here. This is like, I think it's so important for all the things that need to be focused for my position, for Tua to do his, we will cross that bridge. I can't put forth a ton of time thinking about a scenario like that, because I don't know if that's plausible or not. Like, honestly, it's we're trying to do our best to adjust with different parameters on a daily basis. I will say that we'll continually adjust depending on different variables. So in any scenario, there will be adjustment that best compensates as we can. I wouldn't be willing to say that for fear of being wrong. Okay, I know today I'm expecting what we did in the spring. All of those things we'll work through to do the best thing for him and us, and that's you can't forecast tomorrow. That doesn't even exist. What's tomorrow? No, I don't talk to Chris. No, yeah, everybody knows that it's an important important situation for both the organization, and Tua and his family, and everybody's aware of the importance to everyone. So, I don't need to remind anybody about that. I think when you're working in a healthy organization, there's enough empathy that, I know that he wants the contract done. And he knows that there's different things when that evolve if there's not. That's a known. There's no secret to that. So everybody's trying their best to get a deal done. So we have to rely on that and hope. Absolutely. Today is the answer. It's the only thing that's real. Everything else, you can talk all you want. It's talk. Today. We have an opportunity to set the standard with which we do a whole litany of things, and that's what I try to really. I see my job as connecting those dots, so we have these realities. So X, Y, and Z is saying this. What do we do moving forward? That's all I'm focused on. And today, you set your standard. If that standard's appropriate, it matters. You make today matter because you can build on that for the next day. I'm not talking about good, bad, whatever. Let's make it actually real. And I promise you, what do you look like in the middle of September? What have you built on? So then what are you looking at October? Well, where it all relates. So, I think that's kind of the beauty. I think anybody that's ever done anything elite, you look at elite athletes like Steph Curry or Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, I think they understand that well. My job as a coach is to try to get everyone to understand that as well, that today is the day you do something. And that's why, I'm pretty fired up for July 24th.
I'm still playing for training camp.
The plan is to make sure that we have a good relationship with him, because he wants to play football really bad, and to make sure that he's involved to the point that he feels outstanding, while also trying to do right for him and keep him out of his own way, because when he goes, he likes to go. So there's for him where he's at, he can't stand not playing football all the time. We'll be battling him on that. There'll be days of full participation, days of partial, and days that make sense for a couple young guys to get ops. It will be very, very fluid, but he's in a great place, healthy as ever. Really, really spry. I feel like he thinks he's 23 years old right now, so he's feeling himself, and we want to make sure that doesn't end up in a negative situation.
How excited are you for the team's success this year? Opening day question.
I'm really excited for the opportunity that this team has, because I really believe in the individuals, and they're geeked about working today, and the thing about everybody yearns for that steadiness, so to speak, and consistency of routine and challenges. Well, they are geeked for today, and that's exciting, because you can do something with that. You can get better from that. You can work towards a goal from that. So day one, let's go. Get your iPad ready.